Good evening, it's Rodney Allen Rippey, and you're listening to 90.3 FM Radio Suerte, and it is the Thursday Evening Report. Vladimir Putin trolls U.S. presidential race with an endorsement of Kamala Harris. President Putin has actually expressed his support for Vice President and now candidate for President Kamala Harris. President Putin went on to say, "Our favorite president, if you call it that, is Mr. Joe Biden." But now that he was removed from the race, he said and he recommended that all his supporters support Ms. Harris, so we will do so. Putin also criticized former president and current Republican nominee for president Donald Trump. And he is upset because Donald Trump had placed so many restrictions and sanctions on Russia, and he says that this was against Russia like no other president has ever introduced before. Now people are starting to wonder why President Vladimir Putin is getting behind Kamala Harris. Many are saying it seems as though Putin is in the kitchen and he's just stirring the political pot. More global breaking news. President Netanyahu is defiant as protesters demand a ceasefire for hostage deal to come to light. The protest has moved into hundreds of thousands of people, and it's in the streets of Israel, and the whole government is watching. They say that people are upset, and they're saying that this is a governmental failure. And they say demonstrations are in the cities of Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and many other cities throughout the country. These protests are fueled by the killing that took place there in Gaza. The 6 hostages whose body were retrieved from the tunnels by the Israeli army, they are now saying that this is really the final straw. And they are chanting, saying, "You are our leader, you are guilty." President Netanyahu is being accused of stalling efforts to help close the deal for some of these hostages' families. Rightfully so, so many are wanting their family members to come home safe and sound. The protest even drew near the presidential residence of Netanyahu. We hope that these negotiations and peace can come to this part of the world. On to more national news. New details are emerging about the 14-year-old suspect and mass shooter that took place and shocked the nation once again. This makes the 45th mass shooting this year. They say that the 14-year-old suspect was armed with a AR-style rifle. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, he called this mass shooting everyone's worst nightmare. They say that the shooter suspect, Colt Gray, is cooperating with authorities and remains in custody. More details are coming out, and we will be watching how this story develops. More national news. They say dollar stores are struggling, and studies are showing that low-income customers are cutting their spending and they're only focusing on pure necessities. It seems as though that people are either becoming more wise with their spending or they're just being forced to stop splurging. We reported yesterday that the CEO from a major refining company has said that even his sales are flat because more people are driving electric vehicles and they are bypassing the pump. In these warmer weather days, can you imagine how high people's utility costs are? And so people are watching their spending and making sure that they can cover their utilities. On to local Orange County news. A 79-year-old physician has now been charged as of May 3rd with sexual battery. They say that this physician was working there in Irvine. He has now been sued by some of the victims. They say Dr. John Carl Haves, he was also treating these people who were having liver issues. This thing really went bad. They say that he was doing some other types of exams that he had no business doing, and now it is turning out to be sexual battery. And more defendants have been added to this lawsuit, Hoag Hospital and the Liver Specialty Center. Orange County District Attorney says there may be other victims out there. They say that this doctor rented a space and he ran his own practice. So Hoag Hospital are trying to distance themselves from them. So if you actually had went and seen Dr. Haves and something just didn't seem right, you need to call the Orange County District Attorney's Office. More Orange County news. Ernest Lamar Love, 41 years old, he was a barber in Placentia, and he now has been accused of torture and brutally murdering a 6-year-old boy. He was actually supposed to be babysitting this young boy while his mother was working a shift at St. Joseph's Hospital. At some point, point, the suspect brought the boy to Children's Hospital and claimed that he had fallen. The boy was unconscious and he was struggling to breathe. That's when the police got called. They say that the boy had extreme swelling of the brain and other injuries. Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer said words do not exist to describe the absolute terror this little boy was faced with and had to endure, all at the hands of someone who was supposed to be protecting him, not torturing him to death. We will do everything to pursue justice for this little boy and be his protector in death that he failed to have in life. On to Orange County weather. It is hot. Right now, it is still 103 degrees, and they say that it was topping close to 104 earlier today. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the temperatures are all going to be in the hundreds. So make sure that you are careful when you are out and about. What's hot in the OC? It's the RAD Festival. That's RAAD. The RAD Festival is taking place September 5th through the 8th there in Anaheim. If you want more information, you can call 480-345-6554. And what this event is, it is all about aging and longevity. And they're going to have some deep dives of discussion about heat and cold shock and proteins and how it all tunes into longevity, news about aging, about a new look at aging metrics, and so many other things. If you care about longevity, you might want to check out the RAD Festival. And for all you Dash Hound lovers, it's going to be the Dash Hound race in Huntington Beach. That's going to be September 8th, October launch race and Pet Expo from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Old World Village Festival. That's at 7561 Center Avenue there in Huntington Beach, California. Sounds like a fun time to be able to watch the little Dash Hounds race for the gold, as they would say. On to breaking news out of the world of hip-hop. Devontae Lamar, aka Rich Homie Quan, at the age of 34, he is dead. He has now overdosed, and they say it is a sad and tragic situation. They say apparently he had thought that he was taking Percocet, and apparently something went way wrong. They say that he went missing from 4 a.m. and was found unresponsive. They rushed him to the hospital. They worked for hours trying to revive him, but the attempt was futile. And now millions of his fans and all of his fellow rapper friends are chiming in on this amazing loss. On behalf of 90.3 FM, we reach out to Rich Homie Quan's family and we say we send our regards. And again, let this be a warning to all of our 90.3 listeners out there. Do not trust these pills. People are giving people things that they shouldn't have. And think about this. You only have one life. And when you're holding that pill and you're about to take it, do you really want to risk losing your life because you have no clue where these pills are coming from and or who made them or what's in it? Think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about your friends. Again, think about your life. If you are currently suffering from addiction and you really want to get help, you can get it. Just pick up your phone and dial 211. They are there 24 hours a day. There are people there that will help you. There are resources. If you're homeless, if you need to talk to someone, pick up the phone and just dial 211. There you will find a helpful voice and a solution that could change your life. Remember, love yourself and don't trust these people out here with these pills. They don't care about you. And remember, that pill that you could take right now might be your last. So remember that. Care about yourself, love yourself, and start now for a brighter tomorrow. That's going to wrap it up. I'm Rodney Allen Rippey, and you've just heard another 90.3 FM Radio Suerte report.